Hello, it is Monday, it's a new weekly reading vlog, and oh my god, my hair is like a mess. But I have updates. I'm also really loving this dress. It's a dress that has like a little split in it and everything, and I'm like obsessed with it right now. So yesterday I finished Spanish Love Deception, and it was a 5-star. It might be a new favourite. I absolutely adored it, and I'm gonna need my own physical copy of this book now because I'm gonna want to reread it, and Aaron Blackford owns my heart. It also worked for a couple of prompts. On Magical Hopathon, it was my Disney Park entrance, A Book That's Calling to You, because yes. And for Eurovision-a-thon, it was my book for Spain, because obviously the Spanish Love Deception, the main character is from Spain, and they go to Spain for her sister's wedding. Her whole family is Spanish, so it works for Spain. So yeah, there was that. And then I also, because I had Liv and Liam on my sprint yesterday, which was awesome, and we sort of cut them a little bit short because like I kept coughing, but it's fine. And then I did start Mythopedia last night, and then I finished it this morning. I really enjoyed this. This was a 5-star. The illustrations are absolutely gorgeous, and I really liked the actual stories. So a lot of them are just one page like this, but then there are others that's one page like this, and then there is an actual 2-page story with a story about the mythological creature, and it was just really educational, and I really enjoyed reading it at the same time as learning something, so I really enjoyed this. And this was for Magical Hopathon, this was under Attractions, Mickey Magic, a book with illustrations. And for Eurovision-a-thon, I could have used this for a lot, because obviously there is a whole section on Europe, but there is like some in particular. There's at least one in particular that specifies Norway. I think it's the Kraken, specifies Norway. Yeah, so for the Kraken, it's got, this must just be said to roam the seas between Iceland and Norway. So I could have used this for like most European countries, but I decided to go for Norway because it was one that I wanted to fulfill. So this is for Norway. And then I read Memento by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, which is the little novella that's set just before the first book in the Illuminae files. I've had this for a while and I've been wanting to get to it, and I have used that for Australia because for Eurovision-a-thon, because both authors are Australian. And this actually also works for one of my Magical Readathon prompts as well. Let me find it. Oh, actually, this works for Elemental Studies. For I'm going to be a demonologist in Magical Readathon, so this works for Elemental Studies, and Memento works for Spells and Incantation. So yes, and then this evening I literally just I just had a bit of a chill evening. One of my nephews is here, and me, my mum and my nephew watched Deadpool 2. We watched Deadpool 1 last night. I love Deadpool 2, it's brilliant. So yeah, I had a bit of a chill evening. I'm really sad I've got to go back to work tomorrow, but on the plus side, the weather was so beautiful today, and I sat out on my swing chair for the first time this year, which was very, very nice. So that was a success. I don't know what the hell's going on with my hair. I'm gonna try, and because I've not got any like plans for a few weeks, or at least like a week and a half, so I'm gonna try and like not put any heat on my hair, and maybe do some hair masks because it's getting really bad again. So yeah, but I don't know what else I was going to say, but this is not what I was going to say, but I am going to start, it's probably going to be tomorrow now because it's late, but I am going to start A Cat Story by Ursula Murray Husted, which is a little cute graphic novel, and that's going to work for Eurovision-a-thon, Magical Hopathon, and I think Magical Readathon as well. Yeah, Magical Readathon as well. So there's good. But yeah, no, I'm feeling a lot more confident about it now that I'm actually getting through some. Obviously, everything I'm reading, I'm logging for Realmathon and just seeing what prompts they fit under and logging them as that. But yeah, I didn't read My Buddy Read Pages of Fool's Fate today. I am going to read that tomorrow and catch up and read double the pages tomorrow, because I find it a lot easier to listen to audiobooks whilst I'm working. So I'm going to do that tomorrow because I have to work tomorrow, which makes me sad. And I will say, I don't know if everyone who takes part in Recreate Book Club follows the Twitter, but I am actually stepping back from the book club. I spoke to Ashley and Rachel about it, and it's my fault. I've taken on too much at the beginning of the year, thinking, yeah, I can do this, I can keep this up, you know, a book club and 2 read-alongs. Like, I know I'm not hosting VA along, but I am taking part in it, and, you know, I'm very committed to it, and I just feel like the books that I'm reading for the book club, I'm not enjoying all of them. We've read 4 books, and the two that I've liked have been rereads for me, and the other two I have not liked at all, and it's getting to me, and it's not helping the fact that I'm just getting a bit overwhelmed. So I am stepping back from the book club. Obviously, as we had already announced, April, May, June, and June is Emma, which was my pick. We are still going to be doing that, but I will not be hosting the live show. I will not be on the live show. I'll most likely be in the comments of the live show, depending on when it is, but I will not be taking part in any more live shows for the book club. It will be fully Ashley and Rachel. I'm really sad about it, but I need to look after myself, and if I was to force myself to continue at the level and pace I'm going at, I'm going to burn out, which I don't want. So I'm trying to be good to myself and just give myself a bit of a break. So I decided I needed to cut one of them out. And unfortunately it is the book club. So yeah, I'm really sad about it, but Ashley and Rachel are amazing, so they will be able to carry on without me. So yeah, you'll still see me popping up in comments, depending on what the book picks are. If they're ones that I either have or I want to read, then I will. But it just takes the pressure off me that I don't have to read them, and I don't have to do it in the allotted time, because it's just too much for me, especially with how I am not really enjoying certain books at the moment. I just want to read what I want to read. But anyway, enough of that. I've been babbling. I'm going to go to bed, and I will catch up with you tomorrow. Hello, it is Tuesday, and I have actually done reading today, and also I'm very proud of myself. I'm going to explain why in a sec. So I caught up on My Buddy Read Pages for Fool's Fate. I read yesterday's pages and today's pages. Stuff is happening. It is feeling a little bit, it kind of feels a little bit like how Assassin's Quest did nearer the middle of the book, where there's a lot of not much happening, but I'm interested in this one, which is good. So yeah, there's that. I am enjoying it. I'm thinking this might be a 4-star though. The ending is going to have to absolutely blow me away for it to actually hit 5-star, which means this will be a 4-star series for me because the first 2 have been 4 stars. But that's still a good rating. It's a hell of a lot better than 232. And then I went on Lisa's sprints with Liv, Tori and Jem joined us as well, and I have been coughing so much because laughing sets off my coughing, and we was laughing a lot because it was just so chaotic and just hilarious. But I did start Cersei. Now this is why I'm proud, because I found out Hook, Line and Sinker, which is the sequel to It Happened One Summer, is available for me to listen to on Scribd, but it's not on my April TBR. So I'm proud of myself because I nearly started just listening to that, but instead I thought, no, I'm going to read something off my TBR. I have been listening along with the audiobook and I am almost halfway through. I am really enjoying this. I am liking seeing something from Cersei because I don't really know much about Cersei other than she's in, I believe it's the second Percy Jackson book. So I don't know anything about her apart from that. So it's nice to get a bit of an insight into her, especially since this is kind of from her point of view. And yeah, and I'm getting to see some of the like Greek gods and that I've not seen before. So I'm really enjoying this. It's really good, and the narrator is really good as well. So I'm really glad that I'm finally reading this after all this time. So yeah, and I'm proud because I stuck to my TBR instead of going off TBR. I could kind of fit Hook, Line and Sinker into my Magical Hopathon TBR, but the only one I could fit it for is one that I'm filling with a book for Eurovisionathon, which I really want to read. So I'm going to be good and not do it. And I'm going to stick to my TBR. Maybe. But yeah, so I am really enjoying that. I'm hoping I can finish this tomorrow. I've got I think I've got 2 hours and 20 minutes left of the audio. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, once I have read my Buddy Read pages for Fool's Fate, I'm going to try and read this. Although I do have 2 meetings, one meeting and some training tomorrow. So we'll see how that goes. Plus I've got like quite a lot to get done where I need to focus, so it's a music thing rather than an audiobook. But I should definitely be able to get Fool's Fate done, and if not, I'll finish this in the evening. But I'm gonna go because I've been talking a lot this evening and I feel like I'm gonna start coughing again, and I don't want that to happen. So I will catch up with you tomorrow. Hello, it is Thursday and I did not talk to you yesterday. All I did yesterday was read my Buddy Read pages for Fool's Fate, and then I had a FaceTime with Liv in the evening where we we were planning some more Florida stuff. On the agenda last night was outfits because we are Disney bounding. Every day we're in the Disney parks because that is who we are as people. But today I have read my Buddy Read pages of Fool's Fate and I'm not okay. Did I cry? Okay, I did start crying a little bit, but it wasn't like full on sobbing. It was just a few tears. It kind of broke me a little bit. So tomorrow's page is going to be interesting. But I also finished Cersei. This was a 4-star. I actually ended up really enjoying this. The audiobook is really good for this. And I really liked the insight into Cersei because I think I said this already. I didn't really know anything about Cersei other than what happens in Percy Jackson. But this, you get to see her literally like whole like childhood and like years and years of her adulthood and everything. And I'm just like, I love this. It was really good. So I finished this. So, readathon wise, this for Magical Hopathon was for the Disney shows, Disney Illuminations, a book with a beautiful cover. This is an absolutely stunning cover, so you know, yes. And for Eurovisionathon, this was my book for Greece because obviously it is Greek mythology. So my book for Greece. I am also going to put this on Realmathon. I don't know what prompts it'll go for yet. I will figure that out when I'm filling in my little spreadsheet, but it will fit for something on Realmathon, so I'll just log it on Realmathon as well. So yeah, really enjoyed that. Tonight I was gonna start another book, but instead me, my mum and my nephew watched the first 2 Blade films, because why not watch some like really bad CGI vampire films? I was wanting to rewatch them anyway, because obviously Blade is going to be joining the MCU soon, played by a different person. It's going to be a new thing, but I wanted to like refresh my memory on the original like movies from the late 90s, early 2000s, and they're good films, but they're terrible films. Like, if they were made now, they would probably be amazing, but like the CGI is just so bad. But anyway, tomorrow is Heartstopper Day on Netflix, and I'm so excited. I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Did I mention I'm excited? Because I'm so excited. But yeah, so that is literally everything I have to say. I am literally going to bed now because I'm so tired. I'm hoping my fairy loot is going to turn up tomorrow. However, that will mean I'll have to put makeup on to film. So part of me hopes it doesn't turn up tomorrow. I hope it turns up Saturday instead, because Saturday I'm going to need to film my March TBR. No, my May TBR. Not my March TBR, my May TBR. So if I can do 2 videos in one day, that would be great. But yeah, I am going to go and I will catch up with you tomorrow. But I'm very happy that I enjoyed this. Very, very happy indeed. So yeah, hello, it is Friday. And I binged the whole of season 1 of Heartstopper today. The whole of season 1. I cried, and the main thing that I cried about was, and this is minor spoilers, I'm like, there's a scene with Nick and his mum in the last episode, and it just reminded me of me and my mum, because it was me coming out to my mum as bisexual, and I was 14. Story time here. I was 14 and I'd been like figuring things out for like 3-4 years at this point. Figured out like, you know, stuff in my head, and I was too scared to, because even though I've always been really close with my parents and felt like I could say, like, talk to them about anything, like all of my friends that were out had really bad experiences, so I was like instantly scared. And it also didn't help that any sort of representation in TV and movie, the parents always reacted badly no matter what, and it was that niggling thing. So having Heartstopper is going to be amazing for that, because it's nice to see some good representation. But yeah, and I finally worked up enough courage to tell her, but I couldn't do it to her face. So on my lunch break, 14 years old, on my lunch break, went to the toilets in the school, stood there at the sinks with my friend. My friend was like, just do it. You want to do it? Just do it. And I just sent my mum a text saying I'm bisexual. And she replied saying, okay, do you want to talk about it? And when I got home, she hugged me. And it was not a big deal. Like, it was literally that, like, and it made me really emotional, like, remembering that, because I know how lucky I am to have, like, a really good experience like that. Like, I had really bad experiences coming out to people in school and that, and, like, but my one good experience was my family. So, yeah, it made me a bit emotional. As you can see, and I was like sobbing for like half an hour. So yeah, that was the thing that happened, but that TV show is perfect. I'm literally looking at all 4 volumes right now and I want to reread them all. But it's like 11 o'clock and I'm tired. I have reading plans for this weekend and I feel like they're just going to go all out the window, because I want to reread Heartstopper and I want to watch Heartstopper, even though I binged all 8 episodes today, but it was just so good. But on the subject of reading, I did do some reading today, in between all of that Heartstopper. So I listened to My Buddy Read Pages for Fool's Fate. I sobbed. Like, I was full on crying at one bit in particular, and I was just like, this is not cool. Why are you doing this to me? Roller coaster of emotions right now. I only have about 100-ish pages left, which we're doing half tomorrow, half Sunday. So we're finishing it Sunday and I'm not ready. It's already broken me a lot. And then I decided to listen to an audiobook of another book that was on my TBR for this month. Now, this book was not on my official readathon TBRs. This book was just the book I picked from my Kindle mug. So luckily not a NetGalley, just a Kindle book I'd bought, and luckily I only spent 99p on it because I DNF'd it. I was doing so well in April. I thought this is going to be the month I don't DNF a book. 22nd of the month. I was so close to the finishing line. I had 1 week to go and I was confident about all of the books left. And then I tried reading White Hot Kiss by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Now, if you've been watching my channel for the past like year and a half, you'll know how much I adore the From Blood and Ash series, which is a very recently written book. This one is a YA, well, I don't know if it's YA or new adult, because everywhere I looked it said both. I don't know how it can be both. Either it's YA or new adult. Anyway, it's like a YA new adult paranormal romance thing. And first off, I had no clue what was happening. Second off, there's like a weird scene with a zombie, which I'm like, what the hell? The writing made me feel it was so cringy. It gave me the ick. Usually I can deal with cringe because I go into it knowing it's from 2003. It's gonna be a bit cringy, but it was so cringy it gave me the ick, and I really didn't like some of the language used. And again, the language was never acceptable, but in 2003 people talked like it, they didn't care. Now, however, I can't. I'm not going to use one of the words that's used in it because I'm not saying that word. It begins with S and it's really like not a good word. Like, I actually hate it. But there was also, she was like talking about the 2 boys that she's finding attractive and saying about how, oh, they're not squishy like all the other guys in my year. And I'm like, what's wrong with a bit of squish? Like, there's nothing wrong with a bit of muscle, but there's nothing wrong with a bit of squish. Like, and I'm trying to remember back to the fact that, you know, a lot of people in my school thought like that. Or it's probably all of the people in my school thought like that back in 2003. But that's not the point. I couldn't bring myself to finish it. I got 28% through, which I worked it out is 110 pages. And then I was done. I couldn't continue. I just DNF'd it. So yeah, I don't think it was for any of my readathons. Let me check. I'm pretty sure I didn't put it down for any of my readathons. I really hope I didn't. Thank God for that I didn't. It wasn't on my official like readathon TBRs. If it had been, I would have just swapped it out with something else I've read this month because I don't care. Like, so yeah, I think I'm going to be a bit cautious with what I read from Jennifer L. Armentrout of her backlist now, because I do actually have one of her series that I think was like 2012 or something, which isn't as bad, and I've actually heard good things about that book, so I have high hopes for that one. Well, not high hopes, but I have higher hopes. So yeah, I DNF'd that. And then after I finished watching episode 8 of Heartstopper, I hopped into the comments of Liv Sprints that she was doing with Ro, and I started reading The Reckless Afterlife of Harriet Stoker. This is the Kindle book. No, not the Kindle. This is the NetGalley book I pulled from my mug in my TBR video, and I was gifted this for my birthday from the lovely Catherine. So thank you, Catherine. Which came perfect time, because when I was going to read the ebook because I was like sat at my computer, so I was like, oh, I'll just like get the ebook up on my phone. It's expired. I must have forgotten to download it to my Kindle as soon as I got approved for it, and it expired, like it archived. So it's a good job that Catherine bought me this for my birthday. But I started reading it, and I am 94 pages in, and I'm actually enjoying it. And I mean, I got through those 94 pages like so quickly. I'm enjoying it so far. I don't actually know where it's gonna go. Like, it's very like vague on the back. The back is literally what's happened so far. So I don't know where it's gonna go, but I have loved the 3 Lauren James books that I've already read, which 2 are sci-fi and 1's sort of like, actually no, they're all sci-fi. This is more paranormal because she literally dies in the first like chapter. That's not a spoiler either. It literally says, when Harriet Stoker dies after falling from a balcony in a long abandoned building, she discovers a group of ghosts, each with a special power. So it's not a spoiler that she dies, plus it's the reckless afterlife of Harriet Stoker. But yeah, so I'm really excited to see where this goes, because I'm enjoying it so far, which is great news. And I want to keep enjoying it, because it would be nice to read something that isn't romance and enjoy it. But then I know I don't usually do hauls in my vlogs, and my haul this month is looking pretty short, which is great because I have no space. Although I do possibly have another bookcase going up, but it's not going to be going in my room. So when I bought that, you can't even see it because of my cushion. When I bought the little bookcase, I bought it and it came and the backboard was damaged. So I asked them to send a replacement backboard, and they just sent a whole new bookcase. So I figured out where I can put it next to my PC downstairs. So I'm going to put some books on there. I haven't decided what books I'm going to put down there yet. I'm thinking I might move some of my Alice Oseman down there, because I'm looking at it and it's pretty. I might have some of my LGBTQ plus books down there. I haven't decided yet. Anyway, I got an Amazon parcel. Now, I knew I was getting one of these. I did not know I was getting the other. So Meg messaged me after I replied to a comment that she left on my romance books that I want to read, because I said in that video that I wanted some more recommendations. As long as they didn't have cheating tropes in them, I wanted recommendations. And she commented with 2 recommendations, and they both sounded amazing. So I added them to my want to read on Goodreads, and I added them to my wish list. And she messaged me saying, if you add this to your wish list, I'm getting it for you. Because this is her love hypothesis that she wants to throw into everyone's faces. So it is You Deserve Each Other by Sarah Hogle. I love the sound of this. It sounds amazing. So this couple is engaged and getting married, but it's sort of like an enemies to lovers. It's lovers to enemies to lovers kind of thing from the sounds of it. And I'm like, yes, please. So she got me this, and then turns out this one was only £2 on Amazon. So she got me this one as well, which was the other one that she recommended, and it's The Roommate by Rosie Dannon. This one, now, where fanfics are concerned, one of my favourite things is the "and they were roommates" trope. Like, one of my absolute favourite fanfics is called "and they were roommates," and it's an Adam Sackler. It's Adam Sackler, which is Adam Driver's character in the TV show Girls, which I still have not watched, even though I went out of my way to buy all 5 seasons. regardless of that is not the point. My favourite fanfic is his character in that, and they were roommates, and it's a really good fanfic. Really good fanfic. So yeah, this is one of my favourite tropes. So I didn't even read the blurb before being like, yeah, I'm going to add this. And then I read the blurb and I was like, yeah, I'm going to definitely 100% add this. So thank you, Meg, for getting me these and fueling my romance obsession. I'm so excited to read all the romance I have. Like, I'm sorry to all the fantasy, horror and sci-fi I currently have on my shelves, but if you ain't got a predominant romance plot, I don't care right now. And I apologise because I want to read everything, but I don't want to read everything. So yeah, I'm really happy with this. But yeah, I have been rambling for a good old time. I am gonna go. I'm gonna go get some sleep. My plan for tomorrow is I need to wash my hair, I need to film my May TBR, and I need to film my Fairy Lit unboxing because my Fairy Lit arrived today and I have not opened it. Look at that self-control. So I need to wash my hair, I need to film 2 videos, and then I need to read. My plan is to see if I can finish this tomorrow. Like, if I can finish this, then I might just binge the last 100 pages of Fool's Fate on Sunday and skip reading tomorrow, like reading that tomorrow, so I can get this read tomorrow, because I don't think I can get the audiobook for this on Scribd. I'll have to double check. If I could get the audiobook, that would be great, but I don't think I can. So my plan for tomorrow is this and filming 2 videos. But yeah, I will catch up with you tomorrow. Hello, it is Saturday. It's very, very late. It is technically Sunday. I have had a really busy day today. So I filmed 2 videos, edited 2 videos, put together the other little bookcase and put it up downstairs. I feel like I did more than that. Did I do more than that? I felt like I had, but apparently not. And I finished The Reckless Afterlife of Harriet Stoker by Lauren James. So I was on page 94 and I read all this evening. Huge thank you to Jem and Cara for hosting some sprints, because they helped me get through them, like through this quicker. But this was so good. This came out as a 5-star, and I sort of predicted it'd be a 4-star, and it literally only just scraped a 5-star, but it was a 5-star. This was so good. Like, there was a twist I didn't see coming. Like, I knew there was gonna be a twist, but I didn't see that coming. And I was just so intrigued in the story, the atmosphere of the ghosts, and like the creepy vibe, but it wasn't too strong of a creepy vibe. Was just perfect, and I just really enjoyed this. I have decided I'm going to use this for United Kingdom for Eurovisionathon, because Lauren James is a British author. So I'm using this, but I'm so happy this was a 5-star. Like, so happy. I love Lauren James's books. I've read now 4 of her books and I've loved all of them. So very happy with that. So Magical Hopathon, hosted by Rachel Kerris, actually ends tomorrow. I thought I'd just give you a little bit of an update. I only have 2 books to finish for it, and one of those books I only have about 100 pages left. So I think it might be possible, I'm not sure. So I've got to finish off Fool's Fate, which is the one that I've been buddy reading with my friend Kelly, and I have to read The Northern Lights Lodge by Julie Kaplan. I think it might be possible if I put my mind to it. And to be fair, I do have the audiobook for both, so it's possible. But I do also have the Marvel watch along for Rose Patreon tomorrow, and it's Captain America Civil War, which I'm not missing because that is one of my favourite films. So we will see. Hello, it is Sunday. Technically, it's Monday because it is gone midnight. But I successfully completed Magical Hopathon. So today I finished Fool's Fate. It was a 4-star. I really enjoyed the ending. There were some bits that were very convenient, which I didn't hate, but also didn't feel right in a Robin Hood book, which is why I think it got 4, not 5. But I still really enjoyed it. And that for Magical Hopathon was for the shows for Stitch Live, a book with a mischievous main character, because the Fool is very mischievous. And it wasn't a Eurovision-a-thon prompt. And then I read the entirety of The Northern Lights Lodge by Julie Kaplan, which was also a 4-star, and I really, really enjoyed this one. I think I enjoyed Secret Cove in Croatia more, but this was a really good one. I loved the setting. It's just made me even more want to go to Iceland, because it just sounds beautiful and amazing. Very cold, but it's fine. And I really liked the story. I thought the main characters were amazing. All of the like characters that were at the lodge were just perfect. I loved them all, especially Hecla. She was the best. But I really enjoyed it, and I'm so glad I'm reading these. These are like light romances. They're like just so adorable, and yes, I'm really happy that I read this. So for Magical Hopathon, this was my Studios Park entrance. Read a book that will take you on an adventure. She literally goes to Iceland to like be a general manager for this lodge. So there's adventure there. And for Eurovision-a-thon, this was obviously for Iceland. Like, it's right there. It was for Iceland. So I am really, really happy that I read this. I'm excited to read the rest of Julie Kaplan's books now, because I've now read 2 and loved them both. So I'm glad I've got like 1, 2, 3 more of her books on my TBR. And I think I'm probably going to also read the Brooklyn one and the Tokyo one, which obviously aren't set in Europe, so they can't count for Eurovision-a-thon, but I'm definitely going to be checking those out at some point, because they also sound amazing. So I am very happy with my progress this week. I have read so many. I also realised when I was editing up until now on my vlog, I don't think I actually told you that I read A Cat Story by Ursula Murray Husted, because I didn't end up vlogging on Wednesday, but I read it and it came out as a 4-star. It came out as a 4-star, and I really enjoyed it. It was a really cute little graphic novel. It was like 188 pages, and it was for Malta on Eurovision-a-thon. It was also on my Magical Readathon. Was it on Magical Hopathon? It was my Magical Hopathon. It was Attractions, Animation Academy, Read a Graphic Novel or Manga. So there was that. And for Magical Readathon, it was my shape-shifting creature with claws on the cover. Obviously there's 2 cats on the cover, so it works for that as well. And I really enjoyed it. It was really cute. So yeah, I have really enjoyed taking part in Magical Hopathon. I'm so glad I could this time, because I wasn't able to on the month-long one in October, but this time I have, and I'm so glad I did. And yeah, I am gonna wrap this vlog up now, because I need to edit this clip and get the vlog uploaded, because I'm very late doing it. But I needed to finish my book. But I hope you enjoyed this week's vlog. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.